Hello everyone, Future Foe here with Planet Destiny. One of the weapons that I acquired during the Wrath of the Machine raid is a shotgun called QUANTIPLASM. In this video we're going to take a closer look at this weapon and explore its viability in PvE encounters and the Crucible. QUANTIPLASM is a very low rate of fire, high impact shotgun, and in a very interesting turn of events, the special weapons at least, and probably the heavies, can drop with multiple elements. I happen to get two, one with Void and one with Arc. So I decided to hold on to the Arc version and infuse the Void one into my Void Party Crasher, as it is my favorite shotgun in the game and my go-to shotgun for all activities, including the Crucible. Now this and all other raid weapons have an intrinsic perk called Whirlwind's Curse. This weapon does bonus damage against Fallen and bonus agility while this weapon is equipped. I like this better than something like Will of Light from last year, as it looks like Bungie is making an effort to make these weapons more viable in other activities other than the raid. But moving on to our first column of perks, we have a choice between Linear Compensator, Accurized Ballistics, and Field Choke. I went ahead with Accurized Ballistics as I want to add as much range as possible to this weapon for things like the Crucible. The first perk is Battle Runner. Kills with this weapon grant a brief boost to the sprint's top speed. Now, most of the time, I don't really pay too much attention to Battle Runner as a perk, but as you'll see in a second, it'll stack up very nicely with this weapon's unique perk. The second set of selectable perks includes Hand Loaded, Speed Reload, and Small Bore, with Small Bore being a very tempting choice as it just adds a lot of stability to this weapon. And finally, the last perk is Running Interference, grants increased armor while the Battle Runner perk is active. So, just like with all other raid weapons, this features two perks that stack up together. So in this case, with Battle Runner active, not only do you get an increase to your top speed of sprinting, but you also get increased armor. Also, this weapon features some extra ornamentation on the gun as soon as it's fully upgraded, but since it doesn't feature any hollow sights to begin with, no changes there. Now, as far as the shotgun itself, it does a lot of damage, as high-impact shotguns ought to do. And as someone who loves to take advantage of Destiny's mobility, I find Battle Runner to be pretty fun to use. The gun is fantastic for chaotic activities like the Archon's Forge, where you're being hit from multiple directions. It especially helps when you're trying to take down something like a shielded Major. They'll do less damage to you, and you'll hit them with the truck. Now, while Battle Runner and Running Interference are fantastically useful perks, I have a little issue with its cooldown. It only lasts 4 seconds, and then you have to wait a while before it'll activate again. I would have loved to see Running Interference feature an additional perk, something like additional kills with Running Interference active extends its duration, basically resetting its cooldown. Now, while some people might think that idea would be overpowered, I don't really think so. In PvE encounters, nothing's really considered overpowered. It only becomes overpowered once it's a problem in the Crucible, which I don't think something like that would ever be, because that would imply that you would need to get a kill every 4 seconds, which isn't something most of us can typically achieve, unless you're some kind of MLG god or just horribly mismatched in the Crucible. But anyways, speaking of the Crucible, this weapon actually proved to be pretty decent. As I've said, I typically use a Party Crasher or the Chaperone, and my Party Crasher has almost the same impact but has almost twice the rate of fire, and especially mine that has full auto, it just feels a lot more responsive. I wasn't used to this weapon not getting the shot off as fast as I wanted it to. But as you can see in the footage here, once you do get that first kill and just hurl yourself towards your next enemy, it feels pretty great. So my takeaway from using this in the Crucible is that if you want to make a very daring play, it's good to get that first kill with the shotgun, and then you can do whatever you want. I'll let you watch the rest of this clip, which kind of demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about.
They never saw it coming. Their dignity is yours. 30 seconds left. This is going to be close. Securing the crest is vital. Good work.
So overall, you can have a lot of fun with this weapon if you don't mind the incredibly slow rate of fire. This and the Genesis Chain make it 2 for 2 for awesome raid weapons. Let's just hope the rest of the arsenal can keep up. Have you had a chance to play around with QUANTIPLASM? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Also be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our Rise of Iron coverage. This has been Future Foe with Planet Destiny. If you want to see more of my guides and weapon reviews, you can head over to my channel, Future Foe Plays. Have a great day, and we will see you all next time.